Feeding my obese son by hand like a capybara is crazy! Alright. I don't have any context for this, but I need to talk about it really badly. I cannot get over what the I've seen this video like 500 times at this point, and it's sending me, what are they putting in these jars that's making white people talk like that? And they're not even talking like with a black accent. They're like speaking like Simlish. They're like speaking Orc. They're speaking a different, they're not even speaking a human language anymore.
Yeah, that bit tough.
Huh? What'd you say?
Yeah, that bit tough. That big guy.
Oh yeah, appreciate you, buddy. Yes, sir.
What? I am truly speechless by this. I can't. I just can't. A city gal like yourself wouldn't know, but this is bumpkin language of the deep county type. Maybe educate yourself so you wouldn't look so stupid. I can't. I just don't. I have a friend who's selling these jars and now he's going to make merch of it. Dude, stop. This is not white people speech. This is AAVE. Y'all just uncultured. No, you're just annoying, bro. I'm sorry. As someone who's around plenty of AAVE, all right, he's like butchered it. It's not understandable. All right, let me pull. Never heard AAVE like that. What's AAVE? It's African American. Is it vernacular? Yeah, vernacular English. Okay. So, sort of like, you know, when people say like ka, or they say like unk, or like basically any speech that eventually gets to the rest of us. That's just, it's almost always AAVE that's trickled down. Woke is actually one of them. Yeah. Before woke became what it is now. Pretty sure he's saying that bitch gas. Bruh. This guy is just speaking minion at 0.5 speed. Anyways, this shit, what is... Dude, this shit is like sending me. These like pineapple jars are sending me.
Pineapple. You know what's funny? They usually... I know what he's going to be snacking on tonight. You know what's funny? They usually...
Want to try that juice?
He usually doesn't like pineapples.
No?
You're good. I actually taste pineapple.
Feeding my obese son by hand like a capybara is crazy! Why is it nuclear green? I think... Okay. I've been doing some research on this. I'm pretty sure... Also, how do you not like pineapple? What the fuck? I do... Okay, sorry. I have so many hot takes in a row. Number one, first and foremost, I'm not saying this is applied to everybody or literally everybody, but let me say, I have been in many white households growing up, and I do think a big reason why white kids don't like fruits and vegetables is because they're never eating fruits and vegetables, and they're never eating them prepared in an interesting way. Like, yeah, of course you hate fucking broccoli, Kyle. You've only ever had it boiled, right? And I think if you've actually had vegetables prepared in an interesting way, vegetables are like amazing. They're amazing. Same thing with fruit. And I think it's like if you have nothing but like sugar and candy, some annoying person will be like, fruit actually has sugar in it. Shut the fuck up. When I say sugar, you know what I mean. I mean, things produced with cane sugar, not fructose. I do think that there are a lot of people, and especially I feel bad, a lot of white people who grew up in this country who like their parents just didn't bring fruit home. So it's like, if you always have, and when you're younger, sugar is just so good. If you always have like Twinkies and cupcakes, I'm sorry, pineapple sucks because you're just getting so much sugar and everything else that fruit sugar just doesn't hit the same way. And then like either if you have a lot of fruit growing up, you already like it because everything is just a bit of an acquired taste. But also two, when your sugar receptors aren't fried, you actually enjoy fruit. And Actual sugar, like sugary treats, become too sweet most of the time. Like, I'm sorry, store like supermarket cupcakes and cake is just it's too sweet. It's just too sweet. You see the thing with the Crumbl with 186 grams of sugar? Yeah, I did see this. Yeah. Crumbl Cookie just launched a drink that has 186 grams of sugar. That's almost half a pound of sugar, equivalent to 5 cans of Coke. That's roughly 19 Krispy Kreme donuts. So what you're saying is I can eat a lot more donuts.
The cousins
and here's the thing, right? How much is like, let's do a quick Google search. 300 grams sugar calories. 1,000 calories. Okay, 300 grams is a lot of sugar. You can have sugar in your day. Like, sugar is not so evil you can't have any sugar ever. When you're getting all of it in a drink that is not going to fill you up, this should be illegal. It should actually be illegal. There should be like a maximum amount of sugar you can put in a drink. Why are they doing this? Because sugar is good, especially before a workout or sports. Yeah, I mean, like, sugar is not evil. It's not, having some sugar before a workout is actually one of the best things that you can do. Research shows that pretty much across the board, like having like some granola and some fruit, and even like you could have like some chocolate or whatever, like you'd have the processed foods. And it gives you energy because, oh, shocking, your body runs on carbs. If you have some sugar or some carbs before a workout, whether you're doing cardio or you're lifting, it's great. When you're just being a fucking chud and you're just like, let me have my 186 gram liquid beverage. 300 grams of sugar, guys, is 1,161 calories. All right. My heart would explode. Yeah. Dude, I can't get over these videos though. I really can't. I can't get over this pineapple thing. I'm baffled by this shit. Why is this one brown?
Where's a goat? They need one.
Hey, that motherfucker's good. Motherfucker. Want to take a bite? Take a bite. Here, I hold it for you.
Why is it brown?
It's not Nintendo. I'm hanging out with friends though. Hanging out the window. What's up with gang? What's in my ribs?
Thank you guys. I appreciate you.
I can't. Is that a pickle? Why is it always in a parking lot? I don't know. Tamarind juice? Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. How much sugar is added in these? A lot of sugar. I'm pretty sure, okay, I don't know about all of them. Sometimes they're pickles, sometimes they're pineapples. And I think it's like Kool-Aid mix soak for your pineapples and pickles. I don't know. I've never seen the pickles. I saw some pickles. Check out Kiana Docherty's video on the insanely sweet, sugary coffee epidemic. Oh, is it just about how lattes are like 90% sugar now? This is the modern version of moonshine? Yeah, except way f***ing lamer. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Never check your macros, because the second you start checking your macros, you realize everything is undrinkable. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I was very tempted the other day. I was like, McDonald's released those like energy drinks, and there's a McDonald's near me, and I was like, damn, I really want to try them. I'm not gonna, but I really want to try them. And then I saw that they all have calories in them, and I'm like, what the why? Why would you use full calorie Sprite when you could use not full calorie Sprite? What the energy drinks have solved this already. How many calories? It's like 300 calories for any of them. It's so bizarro. I don't understand. 0 calorie energy drinks could be kind of good, but they're never as good as the sugary ones, especially Red Bull. Okay, I do think some Red Bull drinks are pretty good. The sugary ones are sometimes better, but I feel like the white peach is kind of undefeated and I'm not sponsored. The sugar-free one, I actually like it. It's pretty good. I don't know. My personal humble opinion. I've been white monster curious since I started lifting again. White monster curious is crazy. 6'2", 180 pounds. I have calorie blindness. I only look at macros. I could eat a 3,000 calorie pizza for lunch. okay, I'm going to say something really brave that people aren't ready for. Eating a 3,000 calorie pizza is not hard. I thought everybody else, when you order a pizza, I thought everybody else was also controlling themselves to not eat all of the slices. And then I found out people stop eating when they're full. Huh? If I'm getting a pizza, I'm eating a pizza. No, I mean like ordering a bunch of pizzas for like a party or like for a gathering. Like ordering more than enough pizzas. And then there's like spare pizza slices. I thought everybody else was like being polite and they're like, well, I don't want to eat more than like 2 slices. So I was like, oh, okay, well then I shouldn't, we should just not, no one eats the last slices. Because then, you don't want to be rude and be like the fat fucking chud that's just eating all of the pizza, even if there is spare leftover pizza. I was like, I thought you're supposed to be put like everybody, it's just like a rule. I thought it was just a societal rule that nobody eats the last pizzas. Even if there's a whole box of spare pizza, you don't eat it because you don't want to look like a fat fucking chud. And then I found out people just stop eating when they're full. And that's why no one is eating more pizza. Because when I would order a pizza, I would eat the whole pizza by myself in like one gaming session. I didn't know that. I didn't know everybody else just got full easy. That's crazy. I didn't know that. That's called freedom. I blame the weed during gaming. I know, right? I don't think I've ever ordered pizza and not ate the whole thing. Yeah. No, I really, I have to say, the one very cool thing about a bunch of people getting on Ozempic is that the research shows that like people literally now you just like feel full all of the time, which means all of the really thin people that have been thin their whole lives, they just don't have the urge to eat more food. It's kind of crazy. I really thought, I was really like, oh, like, no, everybody else just like controls themselves. So I need to control myself. And I didn't know that it was just like, you just like don't want to keep eating. It's so crazy. Stomachs are tiny, they fill up quick. Not mine. Speak for yourself, man. Speak for yourself. What size pizza are we talking? I don't know, 12, 14 inch. Anyways, yeah, I didn't know that. The one thing that seems like it sucks with Ozempic is that it does seem like a lot of the people who get on it will probably take it forever, which is, I have to say, the best reason to not get on it. Unless, like, sorry, to not get, sorry, let me elaborate. There are people that I know in my personal life that have taken it to lose like 10 pounds. But the problem is that the second you get off of it, you'll regain it. And even if you lose weight on it, like more than 10 pounds, like 20, 30 pounds, it seems like a lot of people, as soon as you get off of it, you'll regain the weight and you'll go back to old habits. So it does seem like right now, all of the trials show that you just will be on it forever, which is sad because I was waiting for like more research to show up and show that like that wouldn't be the case. And it's like, damn. That's true for people who don't use it to lose weight, get motivated, and form healthy habits. I mean, even the people who I know who have done that a little bit, it's still the case that like you naturally experience cravings. Like your cravings are almost outside of your control. Not completely, because sugar makes you crave more sugar. But that there is some part of it that is seemingly very innate, which sucks, which is nonsense. I was like, damn. I want to get on this fad diet. And it's like, oh man, nah. When you suppress them chemically, you don't learn how to handle them. Yeah. My doctor tried to put me on Ozempic because of my diabetes, but I'd rather just eat healthier and exercise to lower my A1C. Well, yeah, I feel like there is like some aspect of like, I don't like the idea. Okay, maybe this is just me personally, right? And let me be clear, for any chronic conditions and for instances where like, I think for people who are morbidly obese, there's really no reason to not take Ozempic forever because it's just benefit. Even if you have to take it forever, it's benefiting you, right? because a lot of chronic conditions that you otherwise would have would go away. I'm talking about people who take it, like people who don't really need to take it, who are taking it. And by don't really need to, it's like you're in a healthy BMI. But I have to say, as tempting as it is, the idea is, it's like, it doesn't feel worth it if you know you might have to take it forever. Right? It feels like body recomping the hard way is more worthwhile. I have to say, the one thing that really pisses me off is the fact that the word diet has become synonymous with eating no calories instead of, like, you know, dietary, not restrictions, but accommodations or whatever. Like, everything that you eat is, you know, like some animals have a carnivore diet, right? So it makes me upset. I don't understand resistance to GLP-1. Some people have such a moralized understanding of weight, very blackpilling. What? I'm very pro, like, doing whatever the fuck you want with your life. What are you talking about, man? Maybe you're just talking about other people that are not in the room with us for some reason. What the f is wrong with this chatter? So you're all on some Ozempic peptides. 3 years ago, you would not believe any pharmaceutical, but you believe some influencer doing non-clinical. Sad to see. I only fuck with real. I'll try Ozempic. Ha ha ba ha ha ba ha ba ha ba ha. You want peptide your ass? Keep away from me. Are you good, chatter? Are you good? Sorry, hon. I was just following the chast trending. What? This is the weirdest chatter I've ever seen in my life. Good luck, man. Good luck. Dude, realest shit I've ever seen. Been on a diet for 3 months now. Basically just live with being hungry all the time. It sucks. I will say, all right, there's a take that I want to share with you guys that I've been trying to, like, share with you guys for the past 5 minutes, but I don't know how to say it without saying something offensive. Not like hate speech, but like saying words that are offensive to people. Saying a sentiment that I have that is offensive. Sort of like how if I say, yeah, f that shit, I never want to be popping out kids. Yeet the fetus, bro. Yeetus the fetus. I'm not saying that, like, how could anyone ever want children? Like, no, if you want to do that, man, good luck. I wish you the best of luck. I'm happy for you. I hope you have a great pregnancy. I hope everything goes really well. I hope it brings you joy. I hope your kid is healthy and happy, and I hope your life is good. Like, I wish nothing but the best for you. I just don't want that shit, man. I'm good. I'm good on that. But also, I don't think anyone else should have this opinion or needs to have that opinion, and I respect other people's decisions to have different opinions. I feel like that's how I feel about, like, all of the Chinese peptides, where I have, like, the brain rot where I'm like, and it's just how I feel about a lot of things in my life, where I'm like, I have to earn it. You know? I want to lose weight. I have to earn it. But I don't think other people should have that sentiment. I just have that sentiment, and I don't want to change how I feel. But I don't think anyone else should have that sentiment. And also, it's a dope drug for people who want to use it. That's the cop in your head. You got to kill that guy, Denim. Exactly. And I just don't know how to, like, explain that just because I feel that way doesn't mean anyone else should feel that way. It feels like so much of my life is chasing the satisfaction of having earned something. And if I didn't earn it, I didn't get the satisfaction. I don't want the results unless I got, like, it's all about the journey for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, the journey is the thing that makes the outcome so much better. But that's like a me thing, right? And unfortunately, I think a lot of the people who share that sentiment are usually annoying right-wing chuds that think everybody else has to earn it, which pisses me off. It's the immigrant in you. I got the same shit. Yeah. I will say, though, if you are on a diet or you are cutting, I highly recommend soup. Soup is dope. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't go hungry. I don't sleep hungry. I will never go to sleep hungry. That shit is so depressing. I can't do that shit. So you don't want to live in a house unless you build it. Well, that's silly. I would want to earn that as well, right? You just don't. That would be like saying, oh, so you don't want to have clothes unless you sowed them yourself. No, you earn the ability to have that good because somebody else is better at it. Also, personal goals for personal standards of improvement are different than basic necessities. That's why you have one shirt. Oh, Christ almighty. Anyways, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense to anyone else. I don't know if anyone else has the like this brain rot in your head. Because obviously basic necessities across the board, that should go to everyone. But even things that aren't basic necessities, it's like, if I just like the journey. I like the journey, and the journey is fun. But I also understand that other people don't. It feels like being a cat person and then other people have dogs. It's like, well, I don't think that like you shouldn't have dogs. That's what you want to have. I just don't and this is why it confuses me why people who have this mindset of wanting to earn things also put it on everyone else. It's like, why? That's like your personal preference. It feels like if you're really into brunettes and you're like, why isn't literally everybody else into brunettes? It's like, what? Not brain rots about personal improvement, doing it is meaningful to you? Thank you. Thank you for... I want to feel like I worked really hard for it, but I also don't think anyone else should have to work hard for it, especially when we have found out so much of the research on GLP is like literally, it doesn't actually impact anything except for your desire to eat more food or to eat food, which is pretty much in line with everything else that we've learned about cravings and weight. Generally speaking, and this is true of people that you might know in your personal life, or you might be that person, the people that I've known that have been really thin, their biggest struggle is getting heavier. I've known people who like their life is literally they eat a couple bites of food and they just can't eat anymore. So it literally just gives you that brain. So anyone who puts morality on weight is a fucking idiot. Because it's like, dude, you're saying like these people are more virtuous for being thin. But so many thin people I know, they eat like trash, they don't work out, and they've never worked for it. They're not more virtuous, they just don't get as hungry as often. That's nonsensical. Huh? This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Ass mold? Exactly. You are generalizing. You are making nonsensical argument wrong. Go and talk to some thin people out in the world and they will tell you that they literally just get full way too fast. I'm thin. Okay. Used to be thin. Okay. Well, probably when you used to be thin, you just weren't getting as hungry as often. Denims, don't you know gluttony is a sin? No, gluttony is based. There's earning and there's suffering. Like the people who got mad at the student loan forgiveness would make the debt they had not worth it. We should not make others suffer. Yeah, exactly. And genetics lottery. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And like for so long, I was so sure. I was like, wow, these people just have like really good like self-restraint. And now talking to people who have tried Ozempic, it's like, oh, it's not self-restraint. You're just like, and it's not metabolism. It's just, you don't get hungry. You just like, literally, you don't get hungry. Oh, what the It is also metabolism though. Unless you have thyroid issues, it's like basically never metabolism. There was a really good video this guy did where he was like, I asked a bunch of people how much they eat in a day. And then we figured out actually how much they eat. And metabolism is like, it's usually that you're just doing a lot of things with your body, which is why you're eating so much food. And the people you know who eat a lot of food but don't gain weight, they just do a lot of like stuff. Like they play sports or they work a very active job. And so they move their body a lot. The metabolism thing is like a massive oversimplification. And the reality is that's just not the case. Like, I feel like colloquially when people talk about metabolism, they're talking about like, oh, I just naturally don't burn a lot of calories, or like, I just naturally burn a lot of calories. It's like, well, I don't know, man. Do you bike to work every day? Maybe it's not. It's just like your metabolism is really high. It's just that like your daily caloric expenditure is really high. One of the things that catches people out at some point, they stop fidgeting and the weight sneaks on. Also depends on what you eat. Different food with the same calories take more calories to digest. But that would be, I'm pretty sure that's included in the calorie amount. I think the thing that's more important is how full it is. So like volume of food is way more important. Because if you eat nothing but like candy or like junk food that's really high in calories, you're just not going to be full because there's nothing inside your stomach. Whereas like you can trick your brain into being hungry or fuller than you actually are by just having so much volume. As a skinny person, I can confirm I do get full pretty quick. Well, yeah. And I just don't know how to talk about that in a way that's like, I wish there was a way to talk about having the brain rot that makes you want to earn everything in terms of like, not everything. This is just one of those things. You will never win this argument. Everyone always fights so hard on this issue. What? What the hell are you talking about? What am I fighting to win? What? Oh, you know what? You're so right. No, I'm agreeing with you. Oh, okay. Very contagious. Okay. I guess you're saying the other side. All right. I was like, what did I say wrong? I don't understand. Is this your competitive thing again? Oh, you're so right, dude. I'm pretty sure that's true. It just makes me, I think it's just very simple. It makes me feel good. Like, you guys understand, I'm a very do whatever you want with your life person. You know, I would never personally split my tongue down the middle. But hey, man, if you want to do that shit, fucking do it. If you ain't competing with someone else, it's yourself. No. Competitive gaming is all about competing with yourself. People think you're competing with other people. Wrong. You're competing with yourself. You're competing with the version of yourself that is good and the version of yourself that is bad. And if I was better, I would win. When you get upset in a game or competitively, you should never be mad at the opposition. You should always be mad at yourself for sucking. Other people's decisions are irrelevant to my feeling, right? But so many blame it on others. Well, they feel differently. They're competing with other people. But anyways, yeah, that's. I wanted to just share that with you guys. I hope that was not too far. Hang around a bunch of tatted people and pierced metalheads. I just never felt the need to get them. Well, again, it's like, do whatever the fuck. This is why I don't understand the like transphobes. It's like, even if you have an incorrect opinion about trans people, like you actually have deluded yourself into thinking that trans people aren't real. Like, get the over yourself, okay? People let you get that fucking yee ass haircut. You look like a child dressed you, and you go outside and you're the most annoying person that's ever existed, and no one stops you from being yourself. Why the do you feel the need to interrupt other people's lives? Just let other people be themselves. What the I don't understand. It's so bizarre. And that's how I feel about the Chinese peptides. I'm like, dude, yeah, do what you want to do. Hell yes. If it makes your life better and you're happy, who gives a shit what anyone else thinks? Doing things because other people would like them or other people would hate them is a fucking stupid way to live. What a way to live your life filled with regrets. Oh my God. You should do what makes you happy. And if you think it'll make you happy and, you know, you're talking to a doctor, fucking do that. Who cares? I just have the brain rot where I'm like, no, me? I need to get this the hardest way possible for no reason. You guys ever start like using a screwdriver, for example, and you're like so invested and you're so deep in, you're like, this would be so much easier if I just went and got the electric screwdriver. But you're like, well, I can't because I already started. That's my life. That's my life. And then I'm just watching other people get this electric screwdriver, and I'm like, I ain't no quitter. Electric drill, whatever. You're describing my psychosis, yeah. Exactly, that's what I mean. Like, it's just stupid. It's just, yeah. I don't want people, because it makes me mad, because a lot of, like, right-wingers have this stupid opinion that, like, because they need to suffer, everybody else needs to suffer. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Are we the same person? Yes. Mama ain't raised no bitch. Exactly. But it makes me mad, because right-wingers love to, like, do things the hardest way possible for no reason, and I feel empathy for that. But then they want everybody else to live the way that they live. It's like, who died and made you God? What the Other people don't want to live that way. They shouldn't have to live that way. Who gives a what you do in your life? You. And then obviously on policy, it's just like nonsensical. But yeah, it feels like you've been calling me out directly for the past 10 minutes. Are you also the same person? Anyways. All right. Thank you guys for going on that stunlock. I wasn't sure if I could talk about that in a way that like didn't like, do you guys see what I mean when I said I didn't want to be offensive? But I think by the end of it, I figured out how to say what I wanted to say in a non-offensive way. Because I don't think other people should abide by my set of standards that I set for myself that are totally arbitrary, that make me happy. People should follow a set of standards that make them happy and don't negatively impact other people. I do everything the hard way, not because I'm right, but because I'm an idiot. Exactly. I think everyone should have it easy to live and not have to do more than others to have that privilege. I totally 100% agree. I think you should be able to choose whether you want to put your life on hard mode. I don't think the default should be that some people have life on easy mode and other people have life on hard mode and nobody gets to pick and change their difficulty settings. I think that's obscene. Actually, perfect analogy too, because I feel the same way about people that are like, why are they putting an easy mode in the game? It's like, how does somebody else being able to put the game to easy mode change your like experience of the game? Other people picking easy doesn't change my enjoyment of the hardest difficulty of the game. I'm going to play on hard mode because it's the most fun for me, and everybody else should do what they want to. Like, I just don't get it. Some people are bad at games because they have a life outside of games, and they should be able to enjoy the medium too. I don't know. The only point of playing games is to have fun. If you're not having fun, why are you playing? No, I paid for college and so should you. The thing that's obscene to me too is that like right-wingers have this opinion so hardcore that like they believe in policies that are nonsensical. For example, like housing first. Now, personally, I think all of people's basic necessities should be taken care of. It's not even a matter of like personal opinion. It's just like, it's not even a matter of policy. For me, it's a matter of personal opinion that everyone should have housing, food, water, shelter. Well, shelter is housing. Their basic necessities taken care of. We are the richest country in the world. We should be able to afford everyone having those basic things. Internet, electricity, yes. Maybe if we were not the richest country in the world, I would change my mind, but we're the richest country in the world. We should be able to afford giving everyone the basic necessities. I don't want other people to suffer just because. That's stupid. That's insane. But then they take it a step further. Conservatives take it a step further and they say that like, no, these homeless people didn't earn getting a house. Okay. First of all, I don't think anyone should have to earn getting a house in the world's richest country. But beyond that, this is the reason you're against housing first, a policy that just works. Policy that literally is just effective. You're against policy that's effective because you don't like how it makes you feel. Like, off. Oh my God. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Your opinion is so worthless. It's completely worthless. It's amazing. No one has to exist in this world. Why should we have to earn basic necessities? Well, again, this argument would make sense if we didn't live in a country of obscene and during a time of obscene excess. Like, we have so much food. We throw out perfectly good food for capital. We have so much housing, but we have to keep the housing scarce because to drive up the price for capital. Like, we have enough. It's not a matter of scarcity. Like, it's not like we're dealing with like blights and famines. I understand that if we were dealing with blights and famine and like, oh, all our potatoes gone. Yeah, I would want everyone to eat, but if there's no food, how are we going to feed everyone? But that's not the problem. Like, we have an abundance of housing, an abundance of food. And people think that there isn't an abundance of housing and that there's a housing scarcity, but there isn't. I'm pretty sure last time I checked, let's see. Now, not to say that we can't build more housing and not to say that there is in fact housing scarcity in terms of good quality housing. However, I'm pretty sure the last time I checked, there was more housing available than there were homeless people in our country, in the United States. Homes available, United States. Currently, there are 15 million vacant homes in the United States, and there are 770,000 homeless Americans nationwide. In Atlanta, they have apartments sitting like a third empty with specials for 3 to 4 months of rent free because they don't want to lower the rent. Like, certain cities might have a bit of housing scarcity, and there is definitely housing scarcity in terms of high quality living, because a lot of public housing is just deteriorated because we have not upkept it at all. But it's a solvable, this is a solvable problem. People don't have homes, and we already have solutions for these problems. There is an affordable housing crisis. Correct. Absolutely 100% correct. In the same way that there's like well, I'm not going to get, look, I already made the point that I wanted to make. So I don't understand. Like I don't understand the mindset of people who are like, well, I want everything to be super difficult, which means everybody else needs to live super difficult. It's like, why? Well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. First of all, that's crazy. We have so much abundance. We have enough to give people the basic necessities that they need, and we're just not going to do it because you don't like it. Like, fuck off. Like, who asked? They literally can't process their own grief. Yeah, it's genuinely emotional insecurity and immaturity, Denims, I think. And this is coming from someone who insists on doing everything on the hardest difficulty because it's fun. Certain things are fun. Certain things are fun. Some things are never fun. There is no joy in like, oh, you won't have any food to eat. I'm sorry, if you've experienced genuine hunger in your life, there's no joy in that. There is no joy in being hungry and earning like your meal. Like what the everyone should have food. There's no question. It's just so obscene to me that people think that, like, you know what's crazy? I genuinely can't believe people are against like food stamps. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I literally cannot perceive thinking that. Like, thinking people shouldn't be allowed to get food stamps or thinking kids shouldn't be allowed free lunches. Like, it's so, I feel like some suffering is so cruel, it shouldn't exist in a world that has abundance. We have so much food. And you're just like against people getting some of the food. Like, you're a bad person. You're just like a bad person. And they're like, well, it's coming out of my pocket. Good. Good, actually, good. Do you know how happy it makes me to know that my tax dollars, that a couple of pennies or dollars or hundreds of dollars a year or month or whatever, go to feeding people who are hungry? I prefer it over bombs. I prefer it over bombs. It makes me, I would say, I don't know, very unhappy knowing that my money goes to killing children in the Middle East. It makes me happy to know my tax dollars go to feeding children in school. That's a good thing. I'm happy about that. I want more of my money to go to that. I don't like the idea, like even with as shit as school lunches are, I remember kids who didn't have money for school lunch for the fucking shitty chicken nuggets and shitty pizza that we got. And what, like the kid is just hungry? You're just hungry in your classes for the rest of the day. Like that's f***ed up, man. Like that's literally, it's so f***ed up. And some people are like, yeah, well, maybe their parents are that. Like, you are a terrible person. You are a horrible human being. You're actually a horrible person if you think that. Also, hungry kids won't learn properly. I mean, yeah, all I will tell you guys, chat, is that during finals week, and at one point when I was doing really well, I was getting straight A's in college. And during finals week, the month leading up to finals, I consistently gained 5 to 10 pounds. Because I would snack while I was eating and I needed the calories for studying. Okay. And I'd be like, okay, I don't want to think about like nutrition or calories or anything. I have to do well on these exams. So we're focusing. It's not stress eating. I'm just talking about like I'll have snacks so I have constant energy while I'm studying. And that's what worked. So yeah, I Did she say she would snack while eating? Okay, I do that as well. It's fuel. It's fuel. I'm not stress eating. I'm eating while stressed. Exactly. But I'm food maxing. Having priorities like passing your test were the priority over health, LOL, makes sense. Oh, okay, sure. I guess I'm thinking of like stress eating as like when you're stressed, you start binge eating, but I was literally eating to power my studying. In grad school, I did research on food insecurity. It has to be one of the most underreported problems of our time. The data is staggering. And again, it's like, maybe if we were a country with like a smaller GDP and we had less resources, I would understand if we didn't have enough food to feed the Americans and the people that live in this country, I mean, I get it. Like, if there isn't enough to go around, there isn't enough to go around. If we had like constant famine and blight, it's not a matter of policy at that point. It's a matter of we don't have enough. But we have enough. In fact, we have so much. We have so much, we just throw the food out. The blight, TM, gulp. So yeah, it makes me, I hate I hate that conservatives have taken so many positive things and they've made them horrible. You know, like, for example, bootstraps mentality. I think that like a little bit goes a long way. Like, I'm not joking. This is my most conservative opinion, which is that you should set up, I think everyone, especially during social media era, is a little bit, your dopamine receptors are a little bit fried, and it does benefit you to, like, I almost said paywall certain treats. That if you really want to get yourself to do something, try and think of something you really want, and don't let yourself have that thing until you've, quote, earned it. And then you set up those things for yourself, right? Like, I want to buy some planters for my patio and I want to set up some plants, but I don't feel like I've earned it. So I'm like, okay, 1 week of like really good content, really good like videos, and then I'll have earned it for myself. And then I get the dopamine rush of like, yay, I get to go to like Home Depot and get a bunch of stuff. And I do think that that's like, that's good. And it's a good way to unfry your dopamine receptors. Didn't the term bootstrapping originally mean the opposite of what it means today? I mean, conservatives take everything that's good and they destroy it, basically. So I think that there are a lot of things that like the journey is really worth more than the destination. And working for things, working for small goals for yourself and earning them for yourself is a great way to live. Yeah, I mean, bootstraps was an ironic statement because you literally can't do it. Yeah. I waited until my stipend for coaching came in, so I had like 10 times the amount of money to get a Lego set I've wanted for years. Yes! I mean, I don't know. I think it's good to like, to treat yourself when you feel like you've worked hard towards a goal. And I think, you know, unfrying your dopamine receptors a little bit is good. But then conservatives will take everything and then they just make it the worst possible version. Like, yeah, you got to work to get housing. Yeah, you're homeless? Sounds like it was a personal failure on your part. It's like, you're a sociopath. You're like actually like a sociopath. Oh my God. Or like, you know, and it's funny too, because they're the same people that are so pro AI. Like, this is a great, actually, art is a great bootstraps idea where it's like, yeah, it's going to suck. And as you get better at any art form, whether it's like, if you're an artist, whether like you do photography or painting or music or even writing, anything that is creative, you're going to suck at it at first and you're going to suffer and it's going to suck and it is what it is. But maybe at the, like, you reward yourself if you spend a little bit of time working on it every single day. And at the end of it, the journey was worth it. It was worth all of the difficult stuff to get to where you are now. As a resident unemployed art chatter, you have to be bad to be good. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, it just makes me mad. It just makes me mad. You can't engineer around art. You got to put in time. Remember that guy who tried to go homeless for $1 million and failed and required so much help he was bailed out by people who knew his YouTube channel? Yup. It is doable. One example of a person who pulled himself up by his bootstraps was Jeffrey Epstein. No, wait, I think he used his bed sheets. It's crazy. Okay. Sorry I went on this really long tangent today. This is just what happens every Thursday, every Thick Thursday. Thick Thursday is actually in reference to the fact that every stunlock is incredibly thick.